Hello everybody, I'm the Gaming Plant, and today I want to talk about the Xbox One X. It's a very confusing console to me because I can't quite get the demographic for it. And I want to talk about some of the reasons why I just don't think it has what it takes to be a success. Before I delve too deep into why I think the Xbox One X will struggle to gain market share, let's discuss a little bit of history. The Xbox One X was announced at E3 2016 as Project Scorpio, which they somehow managed to come up with a stupider name, lose Scorpio, and go with the Xbox One X, which, let's face it, really just sounds like the Xbox One decided to become a stripper. And that may be best for the future career decision because I don't picture the One X doing very well, not even because of its stupid name, but for several different factors. Now, there are three key reasons why I think the Xbox One will struggle to gain market share. The first would be its price point, the second would be market share, and the third would be developer support for it. I'm not entirely sold that all the extra power that Microsoft boasts it has will actually be fully utilized by the developers. So let's start with the first point, which happens to be money. It is priced at $100 more than the PlayStation 4 Pro, making it $499, which isn't bad for a 4K machine, I admit. However, that is very expensive for the average console consumer. To be fair, Phil Spencer has never said this is for the average console consumer. This is a premium product. I'm just not entirely sure it will sell enough to make its money, to make it worth it. The Xbox One X, forever known now as the XXX machine, because it's got 3 X's in it. I'm so clever. I can't imagine it picking up enough users to make the software sales worth it. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they will make money on this. I'm just not sure this is a worthwhile venture with the next generation of consoles likely only a few years away. But right now that's all speculation, so I guess time will only tell. This of course brings us to our second issue, market share. I'm not entirely convinced that Microsoft can convince enough people to switch to the Xbox One X from either the PlayStation 4 or the current Xbox One. I'm not sure if the benefits are worth that extra $100 it costs. It's no secret that the Xbox One right now is getting killed by the PlayStation 4. That's not to say that the Xbox One sales are bad, because they're really not bad, but they just are not competitive enough with PlayStation 4, which makes me curious on what they plan to do with the Xbox One X, because already the PlayStation 4 Pro has been selling pretty decent, so much to be about 20% of recent sales, which isn't half bad for a accessory console, so to speak. To be able to come back from that and match sales or even surpass those, Microsoft is going to need to convince people to go from the PlayStation 4 to the Xbox One X, and I'm not sure what they have can offer that. Sure, they do have in a full 4K according to them. I'm not entirely certain that will actually be able to work on every game. However, I don't think developers will fully use any of the other extra power. The dynamic 4K offered by the PlayStation 4 Pro already looks very good. So getting a little better from that, I don't think it's going to make a $100 difference. And beyond that, the PlayStation 4 Pro already selling what it is, I don't see why developers wouldn't simply use that as a base and then put that same game on the Xbox One X. Obviously, the Microsoft exclusives will be more willing to use the full power of the Xbox One X, but it's obviously the third-party games that are going to matter the most here, and if those are not fully being developed to use the power of the system, I can't figure out why you would get one. I could be wrong here. Maybe Xbox has a totally different plan for the Xbox One X, or maybe they have no desire to see it really succeed and it would just be a benefit if it did sell a lot. I don't know their plans, and it'll be interesting to find out. And this, of course, leads us to our third and final issue, the power. While it's certainly a powerful console, and is stronger than the PlayStation 4 Pro, Microsoft needs to prove to me that developers will actually fully use that power. Because if it's just the Microsoft exclusives, well, then why would I go for my PC and get an Xbox One X instead of going with the PlayStation 4 Pro? Yes, power makes the world go round. And it can certainly help the Xbox One X's case, if it's actually used. Because it's no doubt that the Xbox One X does offer a good value per power price point, because that's a thing, because I said so. But the PlayStation 4 Pro, while it doesn't have the same power of the Xbox One X, it is $100 cheaper. And for console gamers, and just gamers in general, that can be a big deal. $100 for what many people view as generally the similar product, at least? Well, why wouldn't they just go for the cheaper one? And they're not wrong, because I'm not fully convinced third-party developers are going to jump on board with the Xbox One X. There's no doubt they'll upgrade their games so it'll run better on them, such as they do now for the PlayStation 4 Pro. But are they going to upgrade it beyond the PlayStation 4 Pro? Because of course that, as usual, takes time and manpower, which all takes money. If they don't feel like that extra money spent will make them more money in the long run, I'm not sure they're going to go for it. I could be wrong, and I don't actually know the full price of what it would take. I know it's not super incredibly difficult to do, but there's also the stigma of, do they want the stigma of their games looking better on Xbox One over the PlayStation 4, and would that make Sony a little unhappy with them? Because with Sony dominating the scene right now, that may not be a move they're willing to make. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out in the next coming years. The Xbox One X is set to release later this year, and from there, I guess we'll see what happens. Those would be the 3 reasons why I think the Xbox One X could struggle in the market. I could be wrong, and this is all just speculation and opinion at this point, and I will keep an eye on the console, and I'm curious to see what it will do, and if developers are willing to use that extra power. Now, it's not something I'm interested in, as I have a very good gaming PC and can already do 4K on that. And thankfully, Microsoft is releasing almost all of their exclusives on PC now, which I'm very happy for because I don't currently have an Xbox One, and now I don't really need to get one. So, I'll be curious to see how this all plays out. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, press that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to get more videos like this. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.